So the first thing we want to do is add using unityengine.ai. Then we want to declare a navmesh agent and call it agent. Then we want to create a Boolean called patrolling. We also need a public transform array called patrol targets. We need a private integer, and we'll call it destination point. And we need a bool for arrived. In the start function, let's go ahead and grab agent with agent equals get component nav mesh agent. Now in the update function, the first thing I want to do is check if the agent's path is still pending or not. So let's type if agent.path pending, and we will return if so. So if the agent is still trying to figure out where to go, we don't want to give it any further commands. We just want to wait till it's done. So that's what that does. Now let's type if patrolling and set up an else. And inside the if patrolling, let's type if agent.remaining distance is less than agent.stopping distance. If not arrived, arrived equals true. And then let's start coroutine, go to next point. And then here in the else, so if we're not nearer than the stopping distance, we want to set arrived to false. And here in the else, if we're not patrolling, we want to go ahead and start coroutine, go to next point. Now we need to build our go to next point coroutines. So type IE numerator, go to next point. First, if we don't have any patrol targets, let's go ahead and just break out of this coroutine with if patrol targets.length equals 0, yield break. And then let's set patrolling to true. Then let's yield return new wait for seconds. And let's wait for 2 seconds. Then let's set arrived to false and set our agent.destination to patrol targets dest point dot position. Now dest point equals dest point plus 1 modulo patrol targets dot length. Now modulo gives you the remainder of these two numbers. What we're using it for is to cycle this dest point back to 0 if it gets larger than patrol targets dot length. So let's save and go back to Unity, and let's create some patrol targets for him to follow. Create empty and Control Shift drag it to stick to a collider. There's 1, Control D to duplicate. There's 2, Control D to duplicate. There's 3, Control D, and there's 4. Now let's select our enemy, and down on his patrol targets, let's add each game object to populate that array. And now let's see it in action. Oh, there he goes. Now he's going to the next target on the list. Okay, so he's going a little bit slow on his turning too, so I'm going to go ahead and make that a pretty large number, just like the last time. Set his acceleration up to 15. Yeah, I like the way that turn looks now. So his patrols are working just fine. I think I've got some good settings. So I will copy this, stop playback, and paste the values, and save the scene.